Well, hey team, Justin here with our second edition of In the Loop, just a short little message with some information to help us be the most effective that we can be to love and serve those that God will entrust to us this weekend. So I hope you've had a great week. I am really looking forward to this weekend. In fact, just a number of minutes ago, I finished my outline for this weekend's message. So those of you who have been praying, thank you for praying. Please don't stop. In many ways now, I'm in this posture of just saying, Lord, would you give me even greater clarity on what you want to communicate to your people. And so that's my prayer. If you could join me in praying that way, I just simply want to be found faithful. That's my heartbeat every time I communicate his word. And so join me in that way. A couple things I want you to be aware of coming up this weekend. First and foremost, in our worship center chairs, we're going to have all of our linked brochures. Our communication, our registration for those are continuing to take place even now. And so I encourage you, maybe you run into somebody new, ask the question of, hey, have you considered jumping into one of our linked environments, or maybe somebody that you've known for a while, just kind of in conversation. Maybe share the linked environment that you're in. It could be a journey group or one of the classes and environments listed in there. But really encourage them to jump in and be a part of that, because it's in those environments that we can really connect with God. We can connect with each other, and we can get even better understanding of what God's created us for, what his purpose for us is. And so that'll come up this weekend. You'll hear more communication about that. Secondly, I wanted to make sure that some things were on your calendar. At the end of February 24th and 25th, is a free to live baptism weekend, and those are powerful weekends. And so I encourage you, maybe you've been in a place where you stepped into a relationship with Jesus but haven't taken that next step of obedience, or maybe you interact with somebody this weekend or this week that maybe is kind of communicating that they've given their life to Christ and wondering what their next step is. And that baptism is a powerful moment. Once again, we're not saved by being baptized, but after we step into relationship with Jesus and experience salvation, that next step is always baptism. So really excited about that. If anyone you know is interested, you can check the box, baptism, on our Connect cards, and we'll connect with them and get them all set up for that weekend. And secondly, that Sunday, February 25th, is our next Heritage Discover membership environment. And so we have had just a slew of people come through our doors for the first time, which is awesome, and many continue to come back. And so they'll be invited in to be a part of that, as well as those who maybe have been around for a while and are looking to take that next step of maybe like a formal membership and part of the Heritage family. That environment will be for them. So you can check the box on the connection card for that. We'll get them connected in. But those are just a few of the things that you're going to hear a little bit more about this weekend, and would encourage you to help people along as we seek to not only love them when they walk through the doors, but lovingly call them to their next step. And so now you're in the loop on what's going on. A couple ways that you can pray. First and foremost, I encourage you to just join me in praying that God will grow within our people, within you and me and those of this campus, just a desperation for him. Because when a people who are desperate to encounter him gather in a space to worship, God just does incredible things. And so I'm praying that God will just stir that hunger and that longing and that desperation within us and within our church family. So join me in praying first and foremost for that. But secondly, I'm praying that God will do something in our body, both personally but corporately through us, whether it's rebuilding the areas of rubble in our own life or in our community, but that he will do that in a way that brings him great glory. You see, this building block series is about more than just building a physical wall. It's about building what has been broken, and so that God can receive the glory that he's due. And so would you just join me in praying that God would do that through us as a church and through us as a campus and then through you and I as individuals. And so I love you, thankful for your willingness to pour yourselves out, and I am thrilled and honored that we get to serve together and be a part of the story that God is writing here. So I hope you have a great rest of the week. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Love you, praying for you, and look forward to talking soon.